Hello and welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's start with the previous day practice question. Which of the following statements are correct regarding the right to education? It is inserted in the Article 21B of the Indian Constitution. Only elementary education is a fundamental right. It was added by the 85th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2002. It provides free education to all children of the age of 6 to 12 years. The correct answer is option B. Only elementary education is a fundamental right. Article 21A declares that the state shall provide free and compulsory education to all children of the age of 6 to 14 years in such a manner as the state may determine. Thus, this provision makes only elementary education a fundamental right and not higher or professional education. This provision was added by the 86th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2002. This amendment is a major milestone in the country's aim to achieve education for all. Hence, statement B is correct. Even before this amendment, the Constitution contained a provision for free and compulsory education for children under Article 45 in Part 4. However, being a directive principle, it was not enforceable by the courts. Now, let's start with the session. So, the first question of today's session is, which of the following statements is not correct regarding the Yuddh Abhyas 2022? It is a military exercise between USA and India. In 2022, it will be its 18th edition. In 2022, it will take place in California, USA. The previous edition was held in Alaska, USA. The correct answer is option C. In 2022, it will take place in California, USA. The 18th edition of Indo-US Joint Training Exercise Yuddh Abhyas 22 is scheduled to be conducted in Uttarakhand this month. Exercise Yuddh Abhyas is conducted annually between India and USA with the aim of exchanging best practices, tactics, techniques and procedures between the armies of the two nations. The previous edition of the exercise was conducted at Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson, Alaska, USA in October 2021. Hence, option C is correct. The next question is, the LED IT Summit 2022 is related to which of the following ones? Marine pollution, Industrial Revolution 5.0, artificial intelligence or low carbon transition? The correct answer is option D, low carbon transition. India and Sweden hosted the LED IT Summit recently on the sidelines of COP27. The LED IT Leadership for Industry Transition initiative focuses on low carbon transition of the hard to abate industrial sector. It gathers countries and companies that are committed to action to achieve the Paris Agreement. It was launched by the governments of Sweden and India at the UN Climate Action Summit in September 2019 and is supported by the World Economic Forum. Hence, option D is correct. The next question is, in the context of science and technology, the blue phase is associated with which of the following? Thermodynamics, electromagnetism, biophysics or acoustics? The correct answer is A, or thermodynamics. A soft tunable photonic crystal with enhanced thermal stability and optical purity developed by researchers recently. It reflects vivid colors in the visible spectrum, has potential applications in making more durable and better reflective displays and laser devices. Photonic crystals are optical nanostructures in which the refractive index changes periodically. These crystals occur in nature in the form of structural correlation and animal reflectors. Examples found in nature include opal, butterfly wings, peacock feathers, etc., exhibiting distinct iridescent colors. Blue phase, which is BP, a unique thermodynamic phase of liquid crystals, is a 3D photonic crystal by virtue of the combination of a cubic lattice structure and fluidity. Hence, option A is correct. The next question is, the World Population Prospect 2022 is released by World Economic Forum, Economist Intelligence Unit, United Nations, Transparency International. The correct answer is option C, United Nations. The global population has reached 8 billion on 15 November 2022. India is projected to surpass China as the world's most populous country in 2023, according to World Population Prospect 2022 released by United Nations. Hence, option C is correct. The global population is growing at its slowest rate since 1950, having fallen under 1% in 2020. The latest projections by the United Nations suggest that the world's population could grow to around 8.5 billion in 2030 and 9.7 billion in 2050. It is projected to reach a peak of around 10.4 billion people during the 2080s and to remain at that level till 2100. Next question is, in the context of Indian biodiversity, Amangarh Tiger Reserve is associated with which of the following states? Uttar Pradesh, Odisha, Rajasthan or Gujarat? The correct answer is option A, Uttar Pradesh. Recently, jungle safari began in Amangarh Tiger Reserve. Amangarh is one of the most prestigious, important, beautiful and richest wilderness areas in district Bijnor of Uttar Pradesh, spreading over an area of 9,500 hectares, which is 95 square kilometers, with a combination of grasslands, wetlands and dense forest. It has been declared as buffer area of Corbett Tiger Reserve to be known as the Amangarh Tiger Reserve, so lying adjacent to Corbett Tiger Reserve is now a corridor to Asiatic elephant, tiger and much other wildlife. Hence option A is correct. Recently the BASIC group was in the news. Which of the following countries is not part of this group? Brazil, South Africa, China or Argentina? The correct answer is option D, Argentina. Ministers of Brazil, South Africa, India and China representing the BASIC group met recently at the 27th Conference of Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt. BASIC group is the group of 4 countries, that is Brazil, South Africa, India and China. Hence option D is correct. This group was formed in 2009. It is one of the main aims is to discuss climate change related issues. The group meets 4 times a year, once in each of the BASIC countries by rotation. The next question is, with reference to Indian Constitution, which of the following articles is known as heart and soul of the Constitution? Article 14, Article 21, Article 24 or Article 32? The correct answer is Article 32. Article 32 confers the right to remedies for the enforcement of the fundamental rights of an aggrieved citizen. In other words, the right to get the fundamental rights protected in itself a fundamental right. This makes the fundamental rights real. That is why Dr. Ambedkar called Article 32 as the most important article of the Constitution, an article without which this Constitution would be a nullity. It is the very soul of the Constitution and the very heart of it. The Supreme Court has ruled that Article 32 is a basic feature of the Constitution, hence it cannot be abridged or taken away even by the way of an amendment to the Constitution. Hence option D is correct. The next question is, in the context of Indian art and culture, the Hurka ball is referred to ethnic group in Northeast India, folk dance in Uttarakhand, folk music in Kashmir or miniature painting form in Rajasthan. The correct answer is option B, folk dance in Uttarakhand. The Hurka ball dance is performed during the cultivation of paddy and maize. The name of the dance is derived from Hurka, the drum, which is the only musical accompaniment, and ball, the song. In the Hurka ball dance, the singer narrates the story of battles and heroic deeds, while the performers enter from 2 opposite sides and enact the stories in a series of crisp movements. Hence, option B is correct. The next question is, the Costa Rica Action Plan 2013-15 is linked with the creation of which of the following groups? Vulnerable 20 Group, Coffee Club, G4, G77. The correct answer is option A, Vulnerable 20 Group. The Vulnerable 20 Group was established with the inaugural meeting of the V20 Ministers of Finance of the Climate Vulnerable Forum on 8 October 2015 at Lima, Peru, in conjunction with the 2015 annual meetings of the World Bank Group and International Monetary Fund. The call to create the V20 originated from the Climate Vulnerable Forum's Costa Rica Action Plan in a major effort to strengthen economic and financial responses to climate change. It works through dialogue and action to tackle global climate change. Hence, option A is correct. The Climate Vulnerable Forum, which is CVF, is an international partnership of countries highly vulnerable to a warming planet. The forum serves as a South-South cooperation platform for participating governments to act together to deal with global climate change. The next question is, with reference to the Press Council of India, consider the following statements. It is a non-statutory body. It is based in New Delhi. Which of the above statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option B, 2 only. The National Press Day is observed on 16th November every year to commemorate a free and responsible press. It was on this day that the Press Council of India started functioning. The Press Council of India is a statutory quasi-judicial autonomous authority re-established in the year 1979 under an Act of Parliament Press Council Act 1978. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. It was established with the twofold objects of preserving the freedom of the press by maintaining and improving the standards of newspapers and the news agencies in India. It was first set up in 1966 under the Indian Press Council Act 1965. The 1965 Act was, however, repealed in 1975 and the Press Council was abolished during emergency. Thereafter, a new act was enacted on the similar lines as the Act of 1965 and the Press Council was re-established under it in the year 1979. It is based in New Delhi, hence statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option B is correct. Now it's time for the practice question. Which of the following is not correct about the Vostro accounts? It is an essential part of correspondent banking. A foreign bank acts as an agent providing financial services on behalf of a domestic bank. Vostro, translated from Latin, means our, as in our accounts. It enables domestic banks to provide international banking services to their clients who have global banking needs. You people can send the answer in the comment section. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned with us.